With salute to my predecessor presenter, I am going to start my presentation. This is overall an overview of the biodiesel research in India. What do we see? And this is my privilege to be a part of this international conference on catalysis, chemical engineering and technology, CCT 2022. And my topic is nanocatalysis in biofuels, biofuel policy in India. And I am present in Trident Academy of Technology, Odisha, from India. This is the map. We have states and union territories. And what are biofuels need not be mentioned again. Many presenters have already defined. Biofuels, the categories are very important. First generation, second generation, and third generation biofuels. Of course, the advanced biofuels like biohydrogen, biomethanol are of priority today. These are the biofuels, bioethanol, which substitutes gasoline, bio-oil that substitutes kerosene, and biodiesel that substitutes diesel fuel substitutes. So this is India's biofuel policy, what is under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. The purpose of this ministry is to strengthen India's energy security, ensure availability of minimum level of biofuels, meet the energy needs of rural population, to stimulate rural development and create the employment opportunities, to remove the particularly at present the unemployment scenario. This helps much. Trust for innovation, research and development, minimum support price mechanism, set up institutional mechanism for biofuel. Basically, we see a combination of all the three parameters, that is energy, environment, economy. All these three parameters are to be maintained in this biofuel policy. So national security, the India's biofuel policy, it secures political security, economic security, social security, and cultural security as a whole. Why do we need a biofuel policy? Okay, these are the basic reasons. Because India is the fourth largest petroleum consumer in the world and the fifth largest primary energy consumer in the world, and it is the sixth in the consumption of energy so far in the world scenario. And at the present scenario, on-road vehicle population is increasing from 49 million to 65 million vehicles are running over the last 5 years. And of course, it is increasing annually at the rate of 8 to 10%. That is a concern. Serious concerns for the environment, because India is the world's fourth largest contributor to carbon emissions. Global energy production scenario based on current production that we see, because you can see this dots, oil, natural gas. As you can see, oil is definitely having higher peak. So this is the production of energy from different sources in India. Indian energy 2009, and this is predicted in 2025. As we see, coal is having the maximum utilization for production of energy. More than 50% we depend upon combustion of coal, which results carbon into the ambient air. So that is a concern. So this is electricity generation from different sources in India. We see renewable is only 11% at present what we have. Who are the stakeholders? Okay, that's very important. Farmers and growers of non-edible oilseed, or cooperatives and self-help groups. We have so many self-help groups in network in different villages. So these SSGs, they can be also a part of this project. Sugar, textiles, paper mills, oil marketing companies, and automobile industries, of course, research institutions and NABARD, various union ministries, commercial banks, foreign investors, and over and all citizens and residents of India. Policy administration, several programs have been designed to encourage the plantation of biofuel crops as well as for procurement. For instance, the Ministry of Agriculture provides subsidy through National Oilseeds and Vegetable Oils Development, which is called NOVED, to the farmers, and non-governmental organizations, that is NGOs and individuals, etc., for the production of pea-borne oilseeds, including biofuel crops under the Integrated Development of Tree-borne Oilseed Scheme. These are the ministries involved in this overall process: MNRE, MOPNG, MOA, Ministry of Rural Development, the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Forest, Environment and Climate Change. State-specific policies in Odisha, the potential of biodiesel production has been estimated at 100 kiloliters per annum. Odisha is the eastern state of the country. The policy identifies Jatropha and Pongamia as the two suitable oil-bearing species. Basically, in our country, we extract biodiesel from non-edible oil sources rather than edible oil sources. The government of Odisha envisions setting up of a revolving fund under the stewardship of Odisha Renewable Energy Development Agency, OREDA, and the equivalent agencies there also national level, that is called IREDA, and the Odisha Forest Development Corporation is there. So they assist in funding, in subsidy, and 50% to the collectives like Pani Panchayats, SSGs, etc. So exhaustive work by myself on biodiesel made the state government feels the necessity to frame biodiesel policy in Odisha. OREDA is the facilitator. The Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology has been providing technical inputs to ODC and OREDA in matters related to biofuel production and processing. Establishment of National Biofuel Coordination Committee, these are the key elements of the policy. Setup of NBSC, National Biofuel Steering Committee, and indicative target of 20% by 2017, and similarly after 5 years, by the year of ending of 2013, it is projected to be 30%. Envisages development of next generation. Minimum support price mechanism has to be established. Similarly, minimum purchase price is also framed by different oil marketing companies like Indian Oil and other oil marketing companies are there in our country. Biodiesel production to be taken up from non-edible oil seeds in waste degraded marginal lands. Merits. Some merits are there. Merits of the policy. What are the merits? Policy gives due consideration to the aspect of food security, and also it gives the involvement of local communities like self-help groups, and it promotes innovation, research, and also the rural development, energy needs and employment. Okay, mostly what I have told already. Energy efficiency has been increased with simultaneously having a balance in between economy and environment. Demerits. Advanced biofuels in India are still at the research stage. Wide variation in tax and price policies in states. No preemptive or corrective policy planned to address changes in land use. Conflict with food security. Need to redefine policy to address socioeconomic and environmental consequences. And the biomass used in sugar mills, trade-off between biofuel blending and industrial application. Implementation issues. Identification of wasteland. Okay, because we are dependent upon some non-edible oils sources, that is Jatropha, Pongamia, or Mahua indica. So we need some wastelands for those crops. Inadequate supplies of feedstock in India. Commercial production of biodiesel in India is very small. and its application is mostly confined to the unorganized sector. Modification in engines of automobile vehicles is also necessary. Higher taxes and levies in different states have impacted the ethanol blending program. Lack of high-yielding, drought-tolerant jatropha seeds, smaller land holdings, ownership issues with government or community-owned wastelands, and little progress made by state governments to meet large-scale jatropha plantations. So these are the international scenario. USA and Brazil, they account for 80% of total biofuel production, particularly bioethanol. European Union accounts for about 90% of world's biodiesel output. USA is the world's largest consumer of biofuels, and biofuels provide 2.7% of world's fuels for road transport. Okay, this is also international scenario from IEA, International Energy Agency, that we can see here. These are the news clips that United States should change biofuel policy to avoid food crisis, because mostly we see the Western countries, they are deriving the biofuel or biodiesel particularly from edible oils. Recommendations on existing policies: the provision of contract farming will lead to corporatization of plantation, detrimental to the interests of marginal farmers and growers. MSP should be at par with the agricultural items. Okay. We need to focus on states where the pollution is maximum. More strictness on the execution portion. Cultivation of plants bearing non-edible oils should be done on cultivable wasteland, particularly. In India, conventional wasteland is any land which is unoccupied, undeveloped, or unutilized. Okay. So these are the recommendations, alternative policies, mostly by the introduction of electronic vehicles or electrical vehicles. Nanomaterials as catalysts, this is the topic. So characteristics, as we see, this is large surface area, definitely. Large surface area comparable to volume. So high catalytic activity, prone to agglomeration, natural and synthetic, broad range of applications. Adsorbent is a very good adsorbent also. Generally, we use metal oxides in my research. Range of possible chemistries. Okay. These are the different types, particularly metallic oxides, biometallic nanoparticles, nanowires, nanocomposites, nanoporous materials. So these are the advantages of nanocatalysts. Nanocatalysts support carrying out reactions effectively in an optimized way. That is why at present we generally in our research we are introducing nanocatalysts as the major tool for this biodiesel research. So these are the recommendations. Energy is a critical input for socio-economic development. There is need to enhance the feedstock storage, conflict with food security. Carbon footprint, of course, to be reduced, because we have to set the goal, the net zero energy emissions by 2050. Cooperative action between different stakeholders. The main challenge for the future is to develop biofuels which do not compete with the food chain, which are sustainable and efficient both in terms of costs and energy, and for which the carbon footprint is the net gain. Okay. Thank you again, the organizer, the committee, and all the presenters and the audience.